What's up, you guys? I wanted to kick off the year by doing a couple 2021 recaps. So today I'm doing a second installment of a video I did a couple years ago, and that is everything I ordered on Amazon in one single year. I was debating doing this video again, and I quickly scanned through my order history, and I was like, yeah, there's some things I posted on my Instagram story throughout the year that I want to give a proper update on. So I'm sitting at my desk and we're going to do a purchase history deep dive together. In 2020, I really spent the first few months of the year trying not to order on Amazon as much, but then of course the pandemic hit and everything was closed. That kind of went out the window. In general though, I try not to shop on Amazon too much, but the world is burning. Billionaires are gonna keep getting richer no matter what. I might as well get some of my shit in 2 days, you know? As always, I'll be linking everything mentioned today in the description box. Don't forget to check out the links to my Twitter and Instagram down there as well, and subscribe if you aren't already. Let's go ahead, let's go and sort orders by everything from 2021. Okay, so my first purchase of the year was using a Christmas gift card, and I ordered 2 items. First is the CosRx Low pH Cleanser. I just talked about this in the updated skincare routine that I uploaded right before this video, so if you missed out on that, I will link it down below for you. I need to repurchase that cleanser really badly, so it's probably going to be one of my first purchases of 2022 as well. And the second item I got was the Impossible Cookbook. Now, back when I ordered this, Impossible meat wasn't even really available where I live, but I do collect plant-based cookbooks, and I've been eyeing this one for a while because it is absolutely stunning. And obviously you can use whatever plant-based meat in these recipes. It doesn't have to be Impossible. I haven't actually made anything out of this cookbook, which is a slight fail on my part, but none of the recipes are that appealing to me, honestly. I'm going to make a point over the next little while to actually try some of the recipes in here. Maybe I'll film a video on it. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. And I also ordered a small handful of novels on Amazon throughout the year, but I'm not including them in this video because I am going to be doing a what I read in 2021 recap after this. My second purchase of the year was not at all exciting in essence. It was a plumbing attachment for my toilet, but the reason I bought this is exciting, and that's because I received a Tushy bidet for Christmas last year. Tushy isn't available on Amazon, but I'm going to link it down below on their website anyways because I'm a firm believer everyone needs it. I don't feel like I need to go into that much detail. I mean, if you don't know what a bidet is, I'm just gonna let you go ahead and Google it. I will say it has been a solid purchase, well, solid gift. No regrets there. It's definitely a money saver, and if you've been looking for a sign to buy one, then this is it. And they have the funniest Twitter ever. I ordered some blue light blocking glasses this year. I don't know where they are. You know when you're moving and you have those couple of miscellaneous boxes that you throw things into last minute that don't have any other place? Pretty sure they ended up in one of those, so I'll insert a picture here of me wearing them. James and I were gaming a lot in early 2021, and I have an eye condition that already causes strains, and I think they definitely do work. When I posted about them, the main question I received was, do I think they're actually doing anything, or is it just kind of a placebo effect? And when I would lower the frames onto my eyes, they would actually give screens a kind of warmer yellow cast. So I do think they are doing something. I made my own seitan for the first time last year, so I ordered some Vital wheat gluten on Amazon to save myself the hassle of having to hunt every grocery store for it. Seitan is a plant-based protein for those of you who don't know, and you can make it using Vital wheat gluten, this product here. Or you might have also seen those viral videos last year of people making dough and then washing it repeatedly. Same kind of deal. The Vital wheat gluten is basically just the cheaty fast way of making it. There are so many variations on seitan to the point where it's honestly overwhelming, and that's why I waited so long to try making my own. I did try a few different versions, you know, some that are meant to mimic chicken, some that are meant to mimic beef. Most of them involve basically throwing the Vital wheat gluten into a food processor with some different flavoring ingredients, and then you either steam or bake your final product. My favorite one was definitely this one that's meant to mimic chicken breast. It was so good, breaded and then fried in the air fryer and used on Caesar salads and wraps. After using shitty plastic Tupperware forever, I decided it was finally time to invest in some high quality glass storage food containers. So I picked out these really cute round glass ones with these plastic colored lids. Are round containers the most space efficient? No, but I'm a Libra and they're aesthetically pleasing, so that is really all I care about. This is another purchase I would definitely recommend. The one thing is that the lids can be a little bit fragile because they are thin. They will crack if you're not careful, so you just have to be kind of mindful when you're putting them on the containers. And just a tip, if you're a Canadian, this set occasionally goes on sale for only $24 on Canadian Tire. So if you're interested, definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of pissed when I spent like $45 on Amazon, which was already a good deal compared to other places. And then a few months later, I saw them for $24. Oh, and also one thing that I love about these, before we were always using like black plastic meal prep containers for all of our leftovers, and having ADHD, what's the term I'm looking for? Is it object permanence? I think that's it. But I always had so many issues because I couldn't actually see our leftovers in the fridge, so this has really helped. I bought generic replacement beaters for my KitchenAid hand mixer because one of mine literally up and disappeared. Like, we searched everywhere for it and it was just gone. I think it must have been thrown out accidentally, so I picked those up. And that's one of the things I really like Amazon for, honestly, like little replacement things like that, because even though KitchenAid is a huge mainstream brand, that's like such a weird niche item that I would have had to search high and low in stores for it, but you search it on Amazon and there's all these options right at your fingertips. I did very briefly fall into the claw clips hype, and I ordered this set of 4 that literally everyone has. This set is actually perfect for me though, because everything I own in my wardrobe is either black, blush pink, or olive green, so it's just like perfectly coordinated to every outfit I would ever possibly wear. I live and die by the fact that the Starbucks brown sugar oat shaken espresso is the best iced coffee beverage in existence. So I ordered the Torani brown sugar cinnamon syrup, and this was fantastic. I want to order more. I tried the DIY recipes, but nothing ever came close to the Starbucks. Oh, I bought some poop bags. Very exciting purchase. I also bought a mini handheld clothes steamer. I'm not going to lie, I did buy this specifically for my face masks because I hate wearing them when they are all wrinkled and creased. But I also thought the steam would be great for keeping my fabric face masks sanitary and keeping them clean without introducing any kind of like laundry products that could potentially break me out or irritate my sensitive skin. And that has worked for me. So far I haven't had any maskne. Also, every few months I will dump all my masks in a bucket and fill it up with warm water and OxyClean and let them soak before washing them. And then once they're dry, I steam them to kind of like disinfect them as well. And that is a pretty good system, I think. I will say that I didn't actually own a regular clothes steamer beforehand, so this was also, I feel like, going to be a useful purchase for steaming clothes in the future. But I haven't worn anything that requires steaming in like 2 years, so haven't actually used it for that purpose yet. 2 more dog purchases. First is this Ramen Noodle Dog Toy that I saw on TikTok. Kovu loves chewing on like hoodie strings, shoelaces, his leash when he was a puppy, and he also loves any toy where there's like a hidden component that he has to pull out, if you know what I mean. So when I saw this, I knew he would love it. Kovu is like pretty gentle with his toys generally, like he never destroys them or eats them or anything like that. I know the strings in this can be a hazard, so I just wanted to mention that we only let him play with this under like direct supervision. Just a word of caution if anyone is also thinking about buying this for their dog. And we also ordered a dog seatbelt clip. Now, we have a hard-sided crate for Kovu for car trips. I firmly believe that is the safest option if you're traveling with your dog in the car, but my mom frequently has that crate in her car since we go to the dog park together and everything, and occasionally we have to put Kovu in James's car when we don't have his crate. So I wanted to order this just kind of for peace of mind for short drives, just so he had something that was kind of like fastening him to the car. That sounds weird, but I think this is a really cool product. It's a little tether, and on one end is like a carabiner clip you can clip onto their collar or harness, and the other end is a direct seatbelt attachment for your car. And I really like that when we use this, there is no risk of him jumping out of the car and taking off when we open the door to get him out. Okay, my food obsession since last spring has been anything gochujang. Gochujang is a Korean hot chili paste. I have made gochujang oyster mushroom wings, gochujang cauliflower, gochujang tempeh, Korean barbecue tofu, Korean barbecue wraps that have gochujang soy curls in them. Basically, I see gochujang and I'm sold. I also just pinned a recipe for like a Korean kimchi mac and cheese that I have yet to try, but oh my god, it looks amazing. And in general, I've really fallen in love with Korean food over the past year. This was another Amazon purchase that I ordered out of convenience because I didn't want to make a trip to the Asian supermarkets just for this one product. We decided 2021 was the year to finally become true adults and buy our own printer. We chose this one from HP, and it's a printer, it prints things. I will say that we ordered this one specifically because it says you get 6 months of free ink with their like HP Plus membership or whatever it is. And I will warn that it's a little bit of a trap, because if you cancel your membership at any point, your existing cartridges like won't work anymore. So I think it's kind of BS. They do have cheap options, but like it's just like a little bit of a trap. What's next? Xbox power supply for James. His Xbox stopped working and Google said, hey, try this. And it worked. So that was a nice $30 hack that saved him hundreds of dollars on buying a new Xbox. Lint roller refills, garbage bag refills. Damn you, simple human, and your expensive but sleek, tempting garbage cans. We'd only have to repurchase them like once a year though, so that's chill, I guess. Another item that was just mentioned in my recent skincare routine, the best pimple patches in existence. I ordered the 72 count pack because it is a great value and so worth it. My mom also decided that 2021 was the year she would start taking advantage of my Prime membership. She's always texting me and asking me if I can check for something on Amazon for her, and like if they have it, I'll order it for her, and she e-transfers me. She bought a new MacBook this past year, so she needed all new accessories because her old ones didn't fit. And here's what she chose on the screen. It's giving very Pantone 2016, but they are cute. They look great in real life. And she got like the shell keyboard cover, a soft travel case, and the dongle type setup for like under $60. So it's a steal in my opinion. Something that really warrants an update in my opinion is my Tofu Press. I got so many questions like the following weeks after I posted this on my Instagram story. If you don't cook tofu, then pressing your tofu is essentially a process where you wrap your block of tofu in either paper towels or a kitchen towel, and you press on it with your hands, or you can also set something heavy on top of it and it squeezes out the excess liquid. It's really great if you're going to be marinating your tofu, you want it to come out extra crispy, etc. Pretty much any tofu recipe you will come across will have pressing your tofu as the first steps, and it like really stresses the importance of it. I'm lazy and I love tofu. It's my favorite food. I've been eating it for over a decade on a regular basis, and I really love it in all of its forms. I'm not picky with it at all. So while I have pressed my tofu in the past, I usually skip this step because I just don't care that much, honestly. But I really wanted to try a proper tofu press and see if there was really a difference between this device and the previously mentioned methods. I also do appreciate that with this product, there's no waste compared to using paper towels. And I can also throw this in here really quick and then throw the block of tofu back in the fridge, which I appreciate. I've really experimented with this product. I've used it to press my tofu for 30 minutes all the way up to 3 days and everywhere in between, and it does get out a ton of liquid and yield great results. However, I think for me it's more of a nice to have rather than a necessity. I think I would have found this more useful back at the beginning of my tofu journey when I was really striving for like that extra firm, super crisp tofu, like the characteristics in tofu that people, Western people anyways, you know, the things that we find the most palatable and appealing when trying tofu for the first time. I'm at the point where I prefer medium and soft tofu. I like that little bit of moisture content. So final thoughts, I would recommend this for people who want firm, crispy tofu who find pressing more beneficial. For years, I have been saying the phrase, next time we need new sheets, we're not going to buy them from IKEA. We're going to invest in real grown-up sheets this time, and I never follow through on it. Although this time we did order them from Amazon, which is like a half step up from IKEA, maybe. Not really, let's be real. I ordered new pillowcases and bed sheets. This was in the thick of the summer heat wave this year. So one of the sets of pillowcases I ordered is meant to be like cooling fabric, and I found this effect only lasted for like 2 washes, so that was kind of a bust. And now literally none of our bed sheets match, so we're probably even further away from having like grown up nice quality sheets than we ever have been. And I also ordered 4 new actual pillows like 5 weeks later because our other ones were just looking extremely sad. I restocked on my iron supplements. These were just like the best option one day when I looked up vegan iron supplements, so these are what I buy. I bought 100 count over 100 days ago and I haven't reordered, so clearly a very responsible person. Our shower head we had in our apartment broke, so we ordered this one to replace it. We loved this at first, and I don't want to say we like hate it now, but it hasn't held up well, which has been very disappointing. I really like the look of it. I feel like it's very sleek, has great water pressure, great settings, but after like a few months, the little clicker to change the settings on it essentially broke, and it's close to impossible now to actually change the settings, so we just keep it on the best one. So that was a bit of a fail. I mean, it still works, just not 100%. More poop bags, but make it 900 count this time. This was not the best time to purchase because obviously we moved from an apartment to a house now, so we use significantly less poop bags, so this might be a little bit overkill, but the bright side is we won't have to repurchase for a very long time. This next one's a little fun in my opinion because it was a birthday gift for James. I am not exaggerating when I say that for the majority of our relationship, James has been asking me for an electric shaver every Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day, etc. Like, this is something he has always suggested as a gift idea for, I'm not even joking, like at least 7 years at this point, and I never bought him one. I saw this one on TikTok one day and I was like, I'm sold. This is the shaver I'm finally going to buy for James. The guy who made the TikTok was talking about how it's really great because the head is the same size as a standard razor, so it's really great for cleaning up and like really precise areas and, you know, getting those really nice clean edges. And you can also use it wet or dry. You can use it like in the shower. It's totally waterproof, or you can just use it on your dry skin, like I said, for like little cleanups and touch-ups. I asked James if he had any specific anecdotes about why he likes it, and he added that the battery life is really great. I don't think it gets the closest shave ever, so if yourself or the person you might be buying this for is looking for like straight razor level precision, then this might not be the one, but definitely gets the job done. James isn't like a super high maintenance shaver, so it works perfectly fine for him. And also you can find the replacement heads for this at the drugstore, but they are way cheaper on Amazon, just FYI. I bought Sushi Mats. I remember learning to make sushi with my mom when I was quite young, but I've never had my own, and I specifically wanted to try out this spicy jackfruit sushi recipe that I saw, so I figured they would be a great addition to my own kitchen. Movie theater popcorn is one of my favorite things in the world. Honestly, it's one of the main reasons I will usually go to a movie. I haven't been to a movie theater in exactly 2 years, pretty much right now, and Uber Eats is expensive, so I have been trying to fill that void and perfect at-home replica movie theater popcorn. In 2020, I bought Flavacol, which is essentially like a butter flavored salt. It's what they actually use at the movie theater, and I'm sure it's like molecularly like one step away from being poison, but it tastes amazing. So this past year, I also ended up ordering butter flavored coconut oil because regular coconut oil just wasn't cutting it, and I wanted to step it up a notch. And now I will say I make incredible movie theater popcorn with Flavacol, this coconut oil, and then the vegan base cell. It's amazing for movie nights. Restocked on Nutritional Yeast. I always buy my Nooch on Amazon or Vitacost because you can find it in way larger quantities and for way better values than the like Bob's Red Mill Nutritional Yeast that you can find at every grocery store. In August last year, I went on a camping trip for the first time in years. It was just my mom and I and the pups, so I needed to buy a new tie out for Kovu because I didn't have one. I found this 25-foot one from Amazon Basics. And I will say, while Kovu is small, he is a little mighty Viking because there were a couple of times when I got caught in the crosshairs of him sprinting and he clotheslined my legs with this tie out. I actually still have a really faint bruise from one of them like 6 months later, which probably isn't good. I'm just assuming it's permanent at this point. But I will say at one point on this camping trip, this beautiful standard collie went walking past our campsite and Kovu was just like, yo, I need to be in that dog's face right now. And he sprinted after this dog and hulked through his collar. He literally broke through the metal links on his collar, and this tether, this tie out, it did not break. So 5 stars, glowing testimonial right there. This shit is sturdy, so you go Amazon Basics. Ooh, another really poorly timed purchase. Obviously, living in an apartment building, there is the struggle of bringing your bags of groceries up to your apartment. And considering how long we lived there, we really should have just invested in a wagon when we moved in. It was really stupid that we didn't. But I decided to order another thing I saw on TikTok, which is like this huge carabiner clip to put your grocery bags on. And then it took like 5 weeks to be delivered. And by the time it was delivered, we had closed on our house. So render that purchase pretty much completely useless. My final purchases were pretty much all things for the new house or Christmas gifts. So I really wanted a stick vacuum for the main floor of our house. Our main vacuum is this Shark vacuum from Costco, and it's like 6 years old and it still works wonderfully. It's been really great, but it is so heavy and so clunky, and I knew I would want to keep it on the second floor of our house since that floor is carpeted. And I didn't want to be dragging it down the stairs all the time. I feel like this is pretty common. You know, you got your good vacuum upstairs and then a lighter stick vacuum on the main floor just for convenience. So I found this one on Amazon that's obviously meant to be a cheap Dyson dupe, but it has like thousands of really great reviews and it's regularly very inexpensive. But then I noticed it went on sale for $20 off. So I messaged my mom and I was like, hey, this would be like a really great Christmas gift for us since we're moving into the new house. And long story short, she ordered one and Amazon delivered it to the wrong door. So we ended up getting 2 of these vacuums for $70, which is pretty sweet. So we both have one. I'm really happy with it for the price. Like, it comes with numerous attachments, wall mounting hardware, and you can also pull off the end and use it as a little hand vac. It's very lightweight, and let's be real, that's probably because it's like a super cheap product, but I actually really like that because it makes it super easy to maneuver. It's literally exactly what I needed for just like a quick daily vacuum of the main floor to keep the dog hair in check. I will say that it's pretty much useless on carpet. Like, it does not pull anything off of our living room rug, but for hard floors it gets a 10 out of 10. If you only have hard floors in your home, you could definitely get away with having this as your sole vacuum. And obviously I'll have to see how it lasts, but if I get even like a couple good years out of it, I'll be totally happy. I already showed these next couple items in our mini house update, but I ordered frosted window film for more privacy in our half bath. This was more difficult to apply than you would expect, but it looks really great. I thought this would be enough to also do our front door windows, but it wasn't quite, so I actually really need to order more of this. And I chose these shower shelves because we needed new ones for a shower. I really like that these stick on the wall with these like strong adhesive strips that aren't damaging. I think it just looks really nice and clean. My mom asked me to order an Ancestry Dna Kit for my grandpa for Christmas, so I did that. He hasn't used it yet, and it's my mom's stepdad, so it like won't tell us anything interesting about our heritage. Kovu had this big microfiber ball that he absolutely loves. It's one of his favorite toys, and like I said, he's not destructive with his toys at all, but he played with this so much that the seams like completely split open and I couldn't salvage it, so I had to order him a new one ASAP, and thankfully he loves the replacement too. It wasn't just like a thing with the original. Shower head part 2, but make it for the dog this time. I ordered this for our guest washroom upstairs because that is the tub we are bathing Kovu in. I love this. It has an 8-foot hose, so I can reach him no matter where he is in the tub or like what direction he's facing, and it has fantastic water pressure. Highly recommend it if you are someone who grooms your dog at home. And like I said, the last few things are gifts. I ordered James this huge Oilers flag for the wall in the basement, and James also is always complaining that his hands are cold. Obviously, now that we have a house, he has to shovel the driveway and the walks, so I really wanted to get him a really nice quality pair of gloves. So I ordered these ones. They're minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which funnily enough, it actually gets colder where we live frequently, and they are waterproof. They've got touchscreen fingertips, etc. He loves these. They fit his hands super well, and they're like so soft and cozy on the inside, which is really nice. So that gift was definitely a success. And my final order of the year was a birthday gift for my mom. My mom's birthday is immediately after Christmas, so she has been plagued by a lifetime of dual Christmas and birthday gifts, so I always make sure to get her a separate gift that is just hers, just for her birthday. And I actually still have this because I haven't seen her since then. I really should have just shipped it directly to her, but it is a heated bird bath for her backyard. Like a typical boomer, she loves her bird feeders and watching the birds in her backyard, so this is something she asked for, and I know she's going to love it. That is it. That is everything I bought on Amazon in 2021, like I said, with the exception of a handful of books, which I will be including in my next video. Hopefully this video is not 45 minutes long, and thank you for making it all the way to the end with me. Clearly you're here at the end of the video if you're watching this. I love you, you're amazing. Don't forget to check the description box for links to all of these items and links to my Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Sari Rian on both. I would really appreciate it if you head over there and followed me, and subscribe down below if you are new. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.